Anytime you're working on the electronics in your car or truck, you should go ahead and unhook the negative battery post and wait a few seconds before you start. Like you won't know until you know, but when you know, like you would think something goes into that. Hey buddy, then you can have the crystal clear audio that fiber optics provide. Who knows, we might sell it on eBay. And it's got a 10.2 inch QLED display. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Orange Wires Garage YouTube channel, and welcome back to the Orange Wires Garage. In this episode, we got something new and bright and shiny for the 2014 to 2016 Toyota Corollas. And as you know on this channel, we absolutely love Toyotas, and we've had a bunch of them. But one thing that's lacking in the 2014 to 2016 Corolla market is the addition of Android Auto or Apple Carplay. We've got something to take care of that today. And this is the in-car entertainment system from Roadanvi. It is an Android 12, 4G by 64. You can pick it up at Amazon. We'll leave the link in the description down below. Now let's see what we got in the box. We've got the warranty card and then some quick installation steps. And then we've got the user manual, which I'm sure that we'll be consulting with this thing as our installation progresses and we get everything set up. So we've got some accessory cables. And this is some more accessory cables, so power cables, accessory cables. And the packaging is really nice. So it looked like it was packaged really well. And this is a really nice, beautiful gloss black accents with a nice big 10.2 QLED display. And this sucker has a lightning fast processor chip, a Unis 7862S. And this thing has the latest Android 12 operating system. And we're going to go ahead and check out the back side and check out all these plugs. We don't know how it all hooks up just yet. But we're going to jump in the car. We're going to remove the factory radio, show you how quick and easy that you can do that. It only takes two tools to remove this radio, a plastic pry tool and a 10mm socket. So let's see if we can get the existing radio out. So to remove the existing factory radio, you have to kind of remove this panel. So if you start with one of these over on this side where nobody's looking, you can kind of get it started. Don't start in the middle because you could scratch this beautiful black plastic. So just ease it here. There's no bolts in this at all. It's clips all the way across. So we should be able to get it off of there and not break anything. That's our goal. There are two plugs that have to be disconnected once we get it off. And just, just go low and slow. Don't force it. If you force it, you regret it. There we go. Oh, look at that. It just eased it right out of there. Okay, there we go. And then we got two wires to unplug. This is for the passenger airbag indicator. And this one is for our hazard flashers. The same way, you can see the little tab right there. Just mash that. And then we can completely remove our dash pad. So if you noticed, the beautiful Roadanvi radio that we got, the beautiful gloss black, it had the cutouts for this stuff. So that's telling me that we're going to have to remove this from this dash bezel, and our new entertainment system will go right into here. So let's put this in the back right now for safekeeping so we don't scratch it up. And then we'll use the 10mm socket to remove the factory radio. There are 4 10mm bolts, 2 on each side, and be careful not to drop them into Never Never Land. All right, so now we're going to pop this sucker out. Should come out. And then we got to unplug the existing cables from this factory radio. So now we need to disconnect the factory cables from the factory radio. So we've got 6 cables that we need to unplug. So we just unplug them in order. It doesn't really matter because they only go back in one way. So we got all the cables loose. We're going to put this radio up for safekeeping. Who knows, we might sell it on eBay. Just opened up the first accessory cable pack, and this one comes with all the power cables and our CAN bus controller. So these little things is what makes all the steering wheel controls work, and it lets you know that the doors are open. Anything that the CAN bus system is communicating on the car can communicate with the new entertainment system. So we want to make sure that we get all this hooked up and all of that stuff works, because we want to retain our factory steering wheel controls, and we want to make sure that we get the added features of having the additional telemetry from our CAN bus system. This little plug plugs right into here, and then all of these plugs, we'll just plug them in one at a time through our factory harness. They only go one way, so we just match up the ones that go that fit the plugs. Doink, doink. So we got this one, doink, and then here is our antenna, doink. So we're going to go ahead and add our ground cable to this bolt right here, because as you can see, it goes all the way to the dash structure. It's 100% ground of this car. So we're going to put it right here for right now. So this took care of our first accessory cables, and here's our second, and we'll see what we've got here. So this is a microphone. This is a 4G antenna, because this Android system has 4G LTE built right in. This is a GPS antenna. We've got some USB adapters here, so we should be able to retain our factory USB cable by using one of these USB adapters. And that way, if we plug something in here, then we can use wired CarPlay instead of wireless. If you're having issues with your wireless CarPlay, or you just don't like it, you can plug it in and have wired CarPlay. So we checked the rest of our accessories out. This is a Wi-Fi antenna. These are more USB adapters. This is your SIM card reader. So if you're going to utilize the 4G and subscribe this sucker to your cellular provider, you'll need this. Here's some more USB adapters and camera inputs, auxiliary inputs. And one thing of note is this Android entertainment system has fiber optic audio connections out to an amplifier. If you've got an amplifier, then you can have the crystal clear audio that fiber optics provide. What we need to do to mount our new Roadanvi entertainment system is we need to pop out this little black bezel from within this bigger bezel, our dash panel. So what we've got to do is we've got to take these clips and pop them all out, and then we'll get our new one popped right in. Just like that. So now that we got the little bezel out, we got to take our hazard switch out and our passenger airbag indicator. And so you can do that by releasing these clips ever so gently with the plastic pry tool. If you use the plastic pry tool against these two little studs, it'll pop right out. We go ahead while we got it out and we put it right back in. We're going to go ahead and hook up the Wi-Fi antenna, and it goes right here. It's labeled Wi-Fi. The little optical connector I was talking about is right there. And since this Android entertainment system is for the global Corolla marketplace, there's a slight possibility that you may have to trim out a couple of these tabs if you're finding that it's not fitting your frame exactly perfect. We need to remove these clips right here from our existing bezel and move them over to our new bezel. I usually do that with a couple of picks, from Harbor Freight. Just be careful not to lose these things and flip them across your garage. Right? One of these, can't we? So we're going to go ahead and add the GPS antenna. So the GPS antenna will connect right here. And then we found a place up inside the dash. You can just peel the sticky tape off and mount it right up in there. Inside the harnesses that come with this new Roadanvi entertainment system, you're going to find that one of these wires is labeled camera and the other one is labeled cam in. And if you plug those two together, the factory backup camera will work. And then our USB, this is our factory USB. So we used one of the adapters to connect it up. So once we make this connection right here, then our factory USB is going to work. So you have to carefully work the head unit around in this trim panel. And the way that I did it is I brought it in and under here. So now I think we'll go ahead and plug in our passenger airbag indicator. And then over here is our hazard light switch. We are going to have to cut a couple of these tabs off because they don't really match up with this particular Toyota Corolla. So that's okay. And this is one of them. There's one and there's two. Hope that was the right ones. Don't really know. Just a little bit of a struggle getting all of those clips and the new clips and everything lined up, but we got it. We got it. So we're going to turn the car on. Look at this. All right, we're going to check the audio out really quick before we get busted for copyright. So one thing I'd like to point out is when you turn the headlights on, the screen should dim down. If you notice that, it makes it a lot easier on your eyes at night. So we got to connect up the CarPlay now. So you connect up to BT6BC3. And then we just allow everything. And then it should switch right over to the Apple CarPlay. So what we want to check out now really quick is to see if our backup camera works, because that's really important. So we're going to go ahead and switch it into reverse. And boom, just like that, we've got the backup camera, and it also shows in the steering wheel when we turn. So that's an added feature. Hang on a minute. It took just a little bit of time, but we got the Roadanvi Android stereo system all installed in this 2016 Toyota Corolla. And if you're looking for a CarPlay or an Android Audio or MirrorLink options for your 2014 to 2016 Toyota Corolla, click the link in the description down below. Save yourself a little bit of money. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you got a specific question about what we did or why we did it, leave it in the comments below. We'll catch you guys next time. We're out.